Need help passing BC Calculus? Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our top 20 picks for ways to succeed in calculus. For this list, we will be covering the tips that are sure to help you get a 5 on your AP exam.
Number 20. Learn your logistic curve.
That we are reaching a plateau in the total number of hospitalizations, and you can see the growth and you see it starting to flatten.
Logistic curves provide a pretty good model of how natural processes speed up and slow down. As seen by recent events, logistic curves can help us predict a lot of extremely important things, like the spread of diseases.
Number 19. Sit next to the yellow board for tests and quizzes. But look at me. I'm totally not taking advantage of that at all.
Number 18. 7 keys to trig.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Make sure you remember the 7 keys, which range from trig function graphs, right triangles, positive quadrants, SOHCAHTOA, and tan functions. With these in your hands, any trigonometric calculation will be a piece of pie.
Number 17. When evaluating an indefinite integral, make sure to add a plus c onto the end of your antiderivative. Because constant terms become 0 when you take a derivative, you must represent these unknown constants with the c when going in the opposite direction.
Number 16. The mean value theorem.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year. Michael! Oh, that's funny.
Theorized by Parameshvara in the 1400s, the mean value theorem states that the derivative of a function at a point is also equal to the slope of the function at that point as well.
Number 15. Panera Bread Panera Bread. BC Calc is a hard course for everyone. The best thing to do is work with classmates to work out problems together, especially smart ones, like our valedictorian, Aaron Angers.
Number 14. Don't change my fist. When using the chain rule, always follow the same process. Place your fist over the function, multiply by the exponent, subtract 1 from the exponent, and then multiply by the derivative of whatever's under the fist. Just don't change the fist.
Number 13. Go to the math meets for extra points on your grade.
Come back to our vlog.
Oh, God, my God. All the other kids with them.
For each math meet you attend, 1 whole point will be added to your quarterly average. Oh, and there are ice cream sandwiches there as well.
Number 12. Visit all of Keelik's extra helps.
You got a friend in...
Ever been stuck on a certain topic or just wanted someone to talk to about the raving party at Skylar's? Mr. Keelik is always there for you before, after, and during school.
Number 11. If the limit divergence test equals 0, the series does not necessarily converge.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
You can only stop after the divergence test if it doesn't equal 0, because then the series must diverge. Otherwise, you have to perform more tests to figure out if the series converges.
Number 10. Remember when to use logarithmic differentiation.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
When there is an x in each the base and the exponent, you take the log of both sides, then use implicit differentiation to finish out the equation.
Number 9. Mins and maxes are located at turning points and endpoints.
Where do the mins and maxes occur?
I don't know.
When trying to locate the maxes and mins of a graph, set the first survey equal to 0, find the x values, and plug them into the original equation. The y values of this table will then determine which points are maxes and mins.
Number 8. Remember the average value formula. 1 over b minus a times the integral from a to b of the function. This formula is super useful for finding the average value of a function, which you can then use to perform further algebraic calculations.
Number 7. If you are doing a first derivative test, you always go back to the first derivative to test your points. Never test your points in the second derivative or the original equation for your first derivative test.
Number 5. Install quad form on your calculator.
The quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
In just a few minutes, you can have an automatic quadratic equation solver on your calculator. This comes in handy when dealing with quadratics that don't have integer coefficients.
Number 4. Always remember your Rose formula. The formula for a rose is r equals a sine n theta, where a equals the length of petals and n equals how many petals there are.
Number 3. Remember worship LiPet.
So hurry in to save 10% now and help our companions thrive for life. Only at Petco.
When integrating by parts, don't forget those letters: logarithmic, inverse, polynomial, exponents, and trig functions.
Number 2. Remember the amount equation for modeling. Amount is equal to the integral of the rate in equation minus the integral of the rate out equation plus the initial value. This formula is absolutely essential for modeling, and the ideas behind it can be used in other parts of calculus as well.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, let's go over some honorable mentions. Eating lunch with Mr. Kulik, sitting next to Wei Zhan. Number 1. Have confidence in yourself. We are the best, and Mr. Kulik is the best, and he'll put us against anyone in the country. In all seriousness, Mr. Kulik, we want to thank you for all the work you've put into teaching us calculus. These past 2 years have been always so enjoyable, and we couldn't imagine anyone else teaching us. You've always made class more fun through all your stories and random phrases. Thank you so much. To all my classmates, thank you for the greatest years of high school. All the laughs, sleepless nights, my random dance breaks, and making fun of Skylar are going to make it hard for me to move on. You guys always made this class so memorable, and I'm already sad knowing that we couldn't spend the last day together. I love missing you all. Mount Sinai 2020.